Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. How do you do? Hello, Jonathan.
Good morning, Christine.
Have you noticed something new about Jonathan, Dino? Look at him.
I'm so flat.
Yeah, I know.
Summer John is dead.
Summer John got killed off yesterday at the barber shop. When he had to go.
Ballet Summer John.
He asked for a cut blade razor, Swanee, to the facial hair. Jeez, it was good.
No, it's
Yeah.
not good, John.
No, I mean as in the process of getting your beard taken off.
If you're
the
wondering
old
what we're
school.
talking about,
Yeah.
Jonathan's been growing his beard.
Yeah.
It looked perfect.
He looked amazing and his hair was
Feeling
long.
good too.
And he had,
Summer John.
he had an air about him. It was dangerous.
He was dangerous.
It looked like he drank during the day.
Yeah, he was taking risks.
And now what?
I've got to go to Sydney for a photo shoot. And they didn't like Summer John.
You tell your stupid bosses that your facial hair is your choice.
Yeah.
This isn't 1978 where you can't have tattoos and beards
Well, it was for
anymore.
the middle of the year, the middle of next year, so it was it wasn't going to work because I'll be in Winter John. And Summer John doesn't fit into the winter.
Sorry for sneezing, but the button doesn't work to
Yeah.
make it quiet anymore. Anyways, Valet Summer
Valet
John.
Summer John.
He came and went, and I'm glad.
Christmas parties in 2
do-
days. Can the spirit of Summer John come back?
Well,
Even the guise of Neat
I'm
John?
going to go hard for a couple of days, but I'm not sure going to be able to get the full beard.
No.
on. You do contemplate the thought though that you are in the hands of the barber.
Yes.
When he's got that blade.
Yeah.
To the switchblade.
Yeah, man.
To your throat. Mm-hmm. You thought just with one foul swoop, it could be all over.
I know.
If he was a Collingwood supporter, or more so probably Carlton wrestling,
Or like a secret serial killer. Bang.
yeah, go on.
I like
Don't
you
know.
went straight to Collingwood supporter.
Yeah.
So that implies that this man would have murdered you just for vengeance.
Yes.
For-
Vengeance for 02 and 03.
One man's dream.
That'd be a good story, though. We should have something to talk about today, Swanee, or you
true.
would.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check him out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
As the sun rises over Melbourne, we witness our wonderful segment, Brownie's Animal Files.
That's right, I love this segment, Swanee. I think the audience does too.
I'm certain they do, John.
13 24 10. He's pretty certain you love it, but here's your chance to weigh in. Do you love Animal Files?
Great question.
Hey, have you seen the sheep circling in Mongolia?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Have you seen it?
A phenomenon.
Explain it.
Well, they've been in a paddock circling, Dino. So it's all over the internet,
They're just
Twitter.
wandering around
in a circle.
Oh, God, that's creepy. Look
Yes.
at that.
For 12 days straight.
For 12 days.
Are you sure?
For no reason. No one can work it out.
I'm not
They're
sure.
just walking in a circle, a perfect circle too.
That's proof that we're all in the Matrix and there's a glitch.
There's a glitch.
Is a glitch, you think? Not sure what would be more enjoyable, walking around a circle for 12 days or watching reruns from last season's On the Couch. Don't know, Swanee.
I'd take the circle work. Hey, Brownie.
It's quite unbelievable. So there's some
It's weird.
there's some potential explanations, Swanee. I'm going to throw three up to you.
I want those three, and then I want Summer John's.
Okay, frustration. So frustration being in a pen. So you start walking around.
Yeah, but they've been
in stereotypical
sheep have
behaviour,
been-
and then they follow each other like sheep do.
Sheep have been
Go on.
in pens since time immemorial.
Listeriosis, which is they call it the circling disease, which is a neurological disease in sheep where sometimes some of the symptoms of that are they walk around in circles, Swanee.
Interesting.
Or it's a bloody hoax. Some Mongolian farmer has thought, you know what, I'm going to have a bit of a laugh at the world here, and I'm going to get my sheep circling. I've got invisible pens, invisible wires that are you cannot see to the naked eye, and then these sheep start circling for 12 days, and they just sort of bait them up somehow or entice them to keep going around in circles, and it's just one giant hoax. So there are three explanations, Swanee.
What are you going with? I don't like any of them.
No.
I think it's a hoax. I think
That's classic John.
I think it's a hoax, Swanee.
Conspiracy, John.
I've done a lot of study on this, and I've looked up listeriosis, and it's there would be other neurological changes going on than just circling around in one direction for 12 days straight.
What was
the
something
sheep would start to
recently?
wobble. Some sheep would die. They're not going to walk around. No sheep have died in this process.
Something happened recently, and he said, "Oh, it's a hoax. I can't think of it. It's your default."
Conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Do your
This
research.
it looks creepy when you see it.
It's creepy as. It's unbelievable.
creepy.
So many. I have a look at it on social media. It's really interesting. Unexplainable, Swanee, at the moment. Still going 12 days in.
Also, what? We're 1-0 up against France.
Yes.
Excuse me?
In the World Cup.
In the World Cup.
Goodness gracious.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
We're talking pet name regrets. 13, 24, 10. Have you named your pet, and then when you're calling the vet to book them in, and you have to say their name on the phone, you're embarrassed.
Yep.
I was looking on
this.
Instagram, and a woman called Brittany has a husband called Jeff, and she wrote this. One of my greatest joys in life is when Jeff calls the vet to make an appointment for our cat, and they ask for his name, and he says Jeff.
Jeff.
And then they ask for our cat's name.
Yes.
And I watch him gather all his strength before he tells them, Baby Jeff.
Yes.
The cat is called Baby Jeff.
Get your wife to ring that one.
Which
Make that
is-
phone call.
It is literally fine every
Yes.
minute of every day, Baby Jeff, because it's
Yeah.
a secret little trilogy.
Yeah.
The husband, the wife, and the cat, Baby Jeff, until it's okay until you've got to book them in.
Book 'em in, yeah.
To the vet and say, my cat's name is Baby Jeff.
He would have said it soft first, Baby Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yes, sorry, what was the cat's name again?
Baby Jeff. Can he get his knackers cut off, please?
Baby Jeff.
How did that make its way through Jeff's filter? Like when the decision was coming.
Because it's funny in the moment. It's funny
Yes.
until you've got to book them into the vet. And I'm sure that Jeff looks at Baby Jeff when Baby Jeff is under the weather, or when he realises he has to let someone else into the secret society, and knowing that the cat is called Baby Jeff.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
13, 24, 10. Have you had that embarrassing moment on the phone to the vet, or maybe at the dog park?
Yeah.
If you, that's when you realise that your animal has a stupid name, when you have to yell it.
Funny at the
across
time.
park. Funny at the time.
If I had a cat named Baby John, I'd be booking into the vet for a green drain.
Darcy from Lilydale. Darcy, your cat, what is its name?
Hi guys, my cat's name was Damien.
Damien.
He sadly passed away this year, but funny story, we rescued him. Well, actually, it was a her originally. He was very sick, and when we took her to the vet, the vet clarified it was a girl, but she was so naughty, like actual the devil, that when my partner and his friends were drunk, they decided to call him Damien from some horror movie because it's the devil.
And that stuck. So when you had to book him into the vet and they said, what is his name? Did you feel it was very formal, Damien?
Well, the worst part was that because we thought it was a girl, when we took her to another vet to get B-sex, they called me and they're like, Damien has balls.
Oh, my God.
Damn right, he's got balls.
Girl Damien actually was a boy Damien, and we had to, just sit with that for a bit.
Damien. I
it's
do
good, though.
love it. Never gets old.
A human
an
name's
animal
funny.
with a human name.
Darcy, deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic. Chocolate, spreads, all sorts of good stuff.
Yum. Chad from Geelong. Hello, Chad.
Good morning, guys. Big fan. Good to speak to you.
Good
mate.
to speak to
Chad,
you.
hello,
Now
mate.
tell us what are your animals' names?
So we have two cats. One's brown, one's white, and they're called Whiskey and Tequila.
Yeah,
Fun.
Love it.
That's
Good
fun.
stuff.
Love it.
And when you book them into the vet and you give them the names, do they say, do you also want a reference to a 12-step program?
Actually, the vets aren't too bad. They see the humour in it. The problem really is when we have to get them in at night and we're at the front calling out Whiskey, Tequila.
Of course.
Hey, who plays up the most, Chad?
Definitely tequila.
Yes.
Yes.
Imagine the
Slammers
neighbours.
late in the night.
Chad screaming for more booze again.
Yeah, Chad's a drunk.
Oh, God. Let's go to Remy. Hey, Chad, by the way, 6 bottles of Zonzo Estate wine.
Good on you, mate.
Rem.
Good morning.
Remy.
What's your dog called, Remy?
So I have a dog and he's called Gustav.
That's the best name ever for an animal.
Because Gussie for short.
Yes.
Gustav.
And then I've got a cat who's called Bean.
I was hoping Gustav was named after the great former back pocket for the Brisbane Bears, John Gastev. But it's Gustav.
yeah.
I was hoping as well, John, yeah.
I think everyone was hoping.
Yeah, not alone, brother.
And in fact, when Remy books Gustav in
Yeah.
to the vet,
Calls him
they
Johnny.
always say that. They say he's this dog named
Oh, yeah.
after. Yeah, of course.
Rem, I'm going to send you some Hague's chocolates. Give some...
Oh, amazing.
Mate, give something extra special this Christmas with the gift of Hague's chocolates. Head to hagueschocolates.com.
Before we go, may I offer you a tidbit?
Oh, yes, certainly can.
Something about Johnny Gastev.
No. So you know how cats have those beautiful paws and you turn them over?
Yes.
And they've got those little toes?
I like to press them against my face.
I do too. They're so sweet. And I sometimes just look at them and all the fur and they smell like corn chips in there. I don't know why. But they are called toe beans.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, they're called beans. Toe beans.
Didn't know that, Swanee.
There you go.
Anything else called a bean? No.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Pangy,
Hey.
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wonderful to be here. And what a day we got. Listen,
Hey, what?
Liking someone.
how is the Socceroos versus France not on one of these screens?
No, it's half time.
It's half time.
For a brief moment.
I know it's half time.
Mate, I was
It's 2-1.
nude. I was nude 5 minutes in. When we
What do you mean
scored
you
the
were
first
nude
goal.
1 minute?
I was running around the building, fully nude.
His first instinct was to remove his trousers.
Yes.
It was huge.
Well, we scored very early,
was huge,
so it's
all right.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm like
Any danger, Swanee? It's any
I'm
danger?
so sorry. I've been here all morning and I was just mucking around. I can't hear what's on
what have you
air.
got a box of hockers for?
Yeah, I just brought them in. Honestly, I couldn't hear the news. I couldn't hear anything. I didn't know what time it was. Good morning, Sam.
We've done it. We've done that.
I know.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
How about some tropical stuff?
Listen, this is pacey.
Yes.
This is pacey today, if you want a sense of the day.
We'll get on with it.
Wednesday, November 23. John, just because Summer John's gone and you're a bit upset, you had to shave off your beard and get that poxy haircut. Now you're upset because you got a Fox Footy.
Welcome,
shoot
Poxy, to the show.
Thank you.
That's my word.
Poxy?
Foxy, you've stole my word.
You don't own that.
I own that. I've got a trademark.
No, you do own it. With that haircut, it's all yours, mate. Bang!
Yes, John.
Stay down. Got me.
You know.
Gotcha. Hey,
Glad you're wearing a hat today.
Listen.
That little bit of fluff.
That
the
little-
bum fluff on your head yesterday.
thank John. That sort of robust debate there was what severely lacking last night as the Premier Daniel Andrews and Liberal leader Matthew Guy went head to head in Box Hill last night.
Too warm. Look at the front page there, old son.
No, what happened? They should have boxing gloves on. They look like they're
buddies.
exactly.
They're going to pub together.
Amazingly, it was only on pay TV.
Doing chicken parma dance.
So it was on Sky. It was on Sky. So of course, no one saw it,
No.
right? And it was described as gentle and boring, much like my sex life.
Hey-oh!
There you go.
Oh, that's good stuff.
The two men,
Let's get out now. Let's get out while you're ahead.
probably the two men shared a joke. They shared a handshake and were
They're trying to
united.
win the Mitsubishi, were they?
And they united in their pledge to offer a positive and optimistic plan for the future.
Jeff Kennett was furious about it.
Well, wasn't he not furious, by the way?
That's true.
What's he upset about? That it was gentle and boring,
Yeah.
much like my sex life. I just mug lifed myself. Is that what happened then?
Did they have a worm?
And it's Thug. Thank
I
you.
don't think they had a worm.
There was no worm.
The worm.
Do you remember worm?
The worm would have outvoted them. The worm would have been the most popular thing on the debate. It sounds
You
like.
should be able to vote for the worm
The new
or the
Premier.
Liberal and Labor Party.
Yeah, the new Premier is the bookworm.
Should mention the second half. Australia are currently playing France in their first game of the World Cup, and currently France 2, Australia 1. Australia went ahead after 9 minutes with Craig Goodwin firing in a score. We're up 1-0, and then France scored in the 27th and 32nd minutes. So it's currently 2-1 into the second half.
Are those Aussie supporters over there? What are those Aussie supporters called? That they go to all the
the Fanatics, aren't
Mad
they?
Dogs.
What about them?
Are they over there?
It's hard to say.
Some professional commentary from Swanee.
What do you got, Swanee?
The goalie is dressed as Grimace.
There you go.
Head to toe purple.
And the coach, the Hamburglar. Interesting.
Guess what, John? Your boys Burbank and Babbage back in the, one half of them, one half of the infamous duo.
Yes, which one?
Burbank.
Oh, he's the most, he's the most, I wouldn't say popular, but he's the most familiar. He's the one that does all the headlines.
He's a playboy.
Well, he is. He's had to defend his behaviour after being accused of abusing musicians at his bar. So he's got a bar, and then apparently the musicians, they weren't playing the music they were playing wasn't up-tempo enough for Burbank, so he gave him a spray.
And Sweet Caroline.
If you're wondering who they are, I mean, we refer to them because they're close friends of the show, Burbank and Babbage. They were the two people that went to the grand final in Perth against COVID orders.
And did jail time.
3
months.
Yeah.
Jail.
Exactly.
Can you believe it?
But we always say worth it. Burbank and Babbage, also the name of my testicles, by the way. Just letting you know.
Really?
If you had to name them, they're mine.
Fair dinkum.
Babbage has a teardrop tattoo on his face.
Yeah.
After his 6 weeks in prison.
I only wanted to mention this too, not because it's Cristiano Ronaldo who's over at the World Cup, Swanee. It's not about that, but he's currently, he was playing for Manchester United, and it's gone sour. You know what I mean? Much like my relationship with Nova, it's gone downhill, right?
Yes. It's always
It's
gonna
like
happen.
your sex life.
Got it again. Anyway, he's left. He's left Manchester United by mutual agreement and effective immediately. And I only say this because what he did was the things were going sour, and he went and did an interview with Piers Morgan where he lashed out at several of the current coaches at the club and management and all that sort of, and ownership and all that. And then when asked about, it seems, is that a really good thing to do? Do you know what I mean? Just go above and beyond, outside the club and just to have an interview. His reply: I talk when I want.
Got him.
Ah, yes. Well,
that is good.
well, when you're that good, you can do what you want.
Absolutely. I talk when I want.
Can you
Has
imagine?
he referred to more as, Dan, has he referred to more as Cristiano Ronaldo or just Ronaldo? Just the one name.
Crizzle, I think.
Crizzle,
Do you genuinely care about the answer?
Well, because,
what sort of question
only
is that?
because there was Ronaldo in Brazil. There's been Pele, Maradona.
Yeah.
Like, is he in the football world? Is he just known as Ronaldo? Is he a one-namer?
Yeah, he is.
Very few out
he
there in
is.
the world.
He is, but his actual real name is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Wait, one more thing on that. Can you imagine?
I was going to say, you should start going paying a bit more.
Just pang.
Just paying. I reckon drop the Sam.
Can you imagine
I'd endorse
He's
it.
a national brand.
Yeah,
when
good point.
Ronaldo started firing his mouth off? Can you imagine how aroused Piers would have been?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my mate. I just love that as a quote. When, I talk when I want. More footballers should do that in this city, too, man. They just go on and do interviews they want. And listen, last thing. A fisherman has reeled in an enormous goldfish.
I saw that.
It's a big,
It didn't
it's
get
a
up this morning.
30 kilogram goldfish. So have a look at that, Swanee.
Mate, you can put a saddle on it.
Mate. He reportedly called, how have they named this? This goldfish has already been named Carrot. The enormous goldfish while fishing at the Blue Water Lakes Fishery in the Champagne region of France. John, you'll be over there. You'll be living there next year. So it weighs 30 kilogram, this goldfish, and it's in excellent health and condition. Currently, of course, it's expected to live for another 15 years, and then they'll find a giant toilet to spread. That's, it'll be a nice burial, but that thing's got 15 years to go, that fish.
What a goldfish tastes like.
What?
What a goldfish tastes like.
Chicken. That's
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Win a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage just by hearing one noise. Sam Pang's jokes aren't funny.
Here we go. I feel good about this. Does anyone else?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Sam, do you? That's the most important person.
What's the car again?
Mitsubishi Mirage.
They must be happy. Jackie, they must be happy with because it's been a while, hasn't it? So every Wednesday they seem to have,
It's in back.
Or tarnishing their brand for 7 months.
Did you say tarnishing their brand?
Yes.
Over?
Connected
said
to
that.
you for that long.
Fine, whatever. Okay, we'll see. Jeez.
All right, let's go. Sarah from
Tarnishing
Hillsville.
their
Hello,
brand.
Sarah.
Hello, how you going?
Good. Good luck, Sarah Bear.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Yeah, get on with it.
Go for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
go
did
for it,
what did Charlie the cannibal do after he dumped his wife?
What did Charlie the cannibal do after he dumped his wife, Sarah?
He wiped his ass.
Wow.
What do you know from funny?
Sam liked that. There was a semblance of a smile.
I'm glad that Chrissy repeated it because I thought she said cannibal. Cannonball?
Cannonball. He was up in it early.
But it's cannibal, not cannonball.
That's right.
6 bottles of Zonzo Estate.
Really, 6 bottles for that?
To forget you did that. Now,
it's just like you're moving product over there, right? Just going to get rid of some stuff. Moving units.
everything must go, gang. Everything.
So.
Jacob, come on, Jacob, let's go.
Dino, you beautiful big goose. You well?
Very well, mate. Very well.
Sun gun. Let's go, Jake.
That's a childish dinner reference. Well done.
What happened when the proctologist crashed into a bunch of parked cars?
Hey, what did happen when the proctologist crashed into a bunch of parked cars?
Bloody rectum.
Good. I can use that with the kids tonight.
Boo!
Beautiful. They love that.
Sorry, man.
Felt flat.
laughing.
Just like your sex life, Sam.
There, Jacob! Bang! There it is.
Bang.
Nothing happened. Yeah, exactly. Nothing happening in long periods of silence.
Jacob.
But usually, there's more laughter in my...
Jacob, would you like wine or a food thing? Quick.
Oh, food thing.
Yeah,
Good on you, Jacob.
$200 make-out meal voucher. These are restaurants like Entrecote, Mamacita, Easy Peasy. You put them together at home, they're off the hook.
You'll love it.
Angela.
What are you shaking your head at, John?
It's bad.
Your
isn't it?
sex life.
Everything.
Come on, Ange.
Oh, let's hope I can do it for you. So, my penis was in the Guinness Book of Records until the librarian told me to take it out.
What does Jeff Kennett think?
Bugger me.
Oh. Angela, sorry.
I like that. I
one.
like that Angela's talking about her penis as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all happening. It's all happening. Let's get this over with. What else we got there?
Well, let me give her some good stuff. A Panera Organic Deluxe gift packets, chockies and spreads and all the best.
Guys, I don't want to make you panic, but we've only got a week left and we've got to get rid of this car. How are we going to do it?
By the way, we're not doing a dumb radio thing where we're just dragging this out to make it go off in the last week. This is all genuine.
The Sam's soulless.
He's not going to laugh.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I've been,
He's got
you
a
know,
black
I've been
heart.
sorry.
Soulless
just
like
some-
his...
Sex life.
Megan, good morning. That was a mistake.
Yes.
I think everyone
Play
can
some music.
Everyone can
agree. Megan, make Pang laugh, win a damn automobile.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Megan.
Great, Megan.
My joke is, what happens when Sam walks into a wall with an erection?
Hang on a minute.
Wow.
What happens when Sam Pang walks into a wall with an erection?
Doesn't happen much.
He breaks his nose.
Because that's implying that he's got a very small penis. Is
Like
that right?
tiny, like a micro
Correct.
penis. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
word
Say
is-
those words out loud,
Baby
Megan. Just say
carrot.
what you actually mean.
You're saying that Sam's got a baby carrot
A
penis.
chode.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, okay.
No wonder your sex life's struggling.
Yeah, all right. There's a lot going on.
His
in this.
nickname is Trent Chode. We all call him it.
Trent, for some reason.
I don't know.
Hey.
Megan, you've won.
Trent.
You've won some chockies from Hague Chocolates.
And-
Give something
beautiful,
extra
thank
special.
you.
This easy with the gift of Hague's.
All right, then. Good stuff.
HaguesChocolates.com. There is still a Mitsubishi Mirage in the basement.
Apparently damaging and tarnishing their brand.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
This guy is here now.
Rob Beckett, a British comedian doing his first national tour of Australia with his show Wallop. You may have seen him in Cinderella playing Thomas Cecile. He's also got a podcast called Parenting Hell, and you can see him tonight at Hamer Hall. Tickets available at tickettech.com.au. Here's Beckett.
Well, we've got you in the nick of time. We're finishing up in about a week, Rob, and this is your first time on the show, so welcome.
Thank you very much. Am I here for a week?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'll have to reschedule the Canberra and Brisbane dates.
No, this is your first Australian tour, full national
Yes.
tour. You've just come back from Perth. You started at Perth.
Perth, started in Perth.
Talk to us about your impressions of Perth.
Well, I didn't know what to expect of Perth. I just knew it was the closer to England. That's all I knew, really. It's the
Direct
first.
flight too
You
from
get a lot of
England,
Brits over there that sort of just get there and go, I can't do another flight.
Yes.
I just live here. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it. And then I was chatting to a bloke about what to do and stuff. And I said, they've got that island, haven't they? Rottnest. And I was there when it's just full of quackers. And I thought it was being offensive. But then I found out it was a little kangaroo. I thought it was saying something awful. But
Quackers are so
I didn't know what a
cute.
quacker was.
Rob, were you enchanted by those furry little bastards?
No, I couldn't get there because it was too rainy. The weather, I don't know, the weather's been a disgrace since I've been here.
Good on you. I'm glad you called it out.
It's like a PR spin.
Are you surprised that Dino left? Dino's from Perth. Are you surprised that he got out of that city?
Well, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. But what I'd say is, after 3 days, I felt like I could take on a new one. You know what I mean? I didn't leave Perth with things undone.
Yes, I like that.
Oh, I've got to go back to Perth.
No.
You're getting me in trouble.
No.
Rob, you mentioned you went to the World Cup final in Russia.
Yes, I did, yeah. So basically, I was obviously a big England fan, and we got to the semis, and there was a ticket going that was fairly cheap, and I got drunk and got overexcited, and then I ended up watching Croatia play France. Yeah, that was a tough...
Barrack for that? It's tough to barrack for France if you...
Well, no, I wanted Croatia to win, because then we would have lost to the winners in the semi, but then France started winning, had a couple of drinks, and I was French for the next half an hour. And then it was great fun, because then you're winning, but
Rob,
it's great.
Rob, do you want to give because the Socceroos are currently playing France, do you want to give a score?
Is it
79 minutes?
4-1 to France. It was a great start, though.
It was a great start.
Great start.
Straight.
Do you know what I love most about the commentary was how shocked the Australian commentator was. He went, "Oh my god!" Like he'd found something awful in his kitchen. He went, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "No, you've scored! Come on!"
After 9 minutes, we were up 1-0. And
it was great.
70 minutes later, we are down 4-1.
Yes.
Anyway, what are you going to do? Hey?
We tried.
What about now? Swanee just mentioned you studied tourism management.
Yeah, okay. I didn't expect to talk about that, but I'm ready to go, Brownie.
Just got a question for you because Swanee just
I didn't expect you to bring up my academic history. And also, can I say, when I shook your hands, I felt like I was a child again, Brownie. That is the biggest hand I've ever... That is
big and misshapen.
Yeah, show you.
They go in a number of
Rob,
different
some mornings I just run in and just jump into his arms. That's how we say it. Look at his...
Can I shake it again?
Absolutely.
Just
put it in the vice.
In the vice. Oh, it's like a Melbourne rite of passage, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mate.
unbelievable. Sorry, let's go back to tourism management. I've got a 2-1 degree if you've got any questions
Back
about
to
tourism.
academics. Swanee just told us the story that Rose Byrne has done a thing for Australia and she's been paid $1.25 million for a voiceover for the ad. Is that overs in your opinion as a tourism academic?
Expert. Well, to be fair, I mean, like Crocodile Dundee did a lot for you guys, didn't it, tourism-wise? He was used in America, wasn't it? And it worked.
Yes,
so who are we to judge for the voiceover? What did she say in the voiceover?
Voiceover in a kangaroo. Because a kangaroo.
Can I say something? I'm not a big fan of the kangaroo.
Why?
You know? Really? Well, I know. Brownie's eyes changed there.
No, I think I know why.
Go on.
They're strangely aggressive.
They're very aggressive.
And they're sort of big and
they're too rips, I think.
Masculine. Yes.
I think, really, your wombat and the koala, they should be front and centre. They're your best too.
The wombat are the best. Is the best.
It's so underrated, the wombat. My kids love the wombat. You show them a kangaroo, it's a bit...
It's like an angry man. It's like a drunk bogan.
Koalas can do some damage.
Yeah, I know,
At
but
least they're
I'll back myself against a koala. I'm not got a stature of you, Bradley, but I could take a koala.
Yes.
Kangaroo, I'm struggling. Wombat, no chance.
Koalas, of course, is a warning. Famous for chlamydia.
Well, I've already got it, so it's not a problem. That's the way I approach
Rob,
life.
can you tell me? You're in Cinderella. Right.
Yes.
Have you got any, Camilla Cabello, Minnie Driver, Pierce Brosnan, you got any, stories from on set?
Well, the thing is, it's basically, I love that you gave my character name, Thomas Cecile, but I'm basically known as the pervert in it. I'm basically playing a bit of a pervert that turns up to try to get off with Cinderella. Yeah. But I came in late and I thought they said that to reshoot the scenes and it was a bit from the film. So I thought I'll just be performing to like a green screen, but it wasn't. It was them. It was Camilla Cabello, Idina Menzel, and it's quite scary. But this is what the the problem with it. The character in it's supposed to have a limp from an injury in the war, and I was like, I don't know how to do a limp. I've never learned how to do a limp like properly in acting.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to the wardrobe person, and they said, what you do is you put a stone in your shoe, and then you all have the limp. You just have it. You're not acting. You just have the limp.
Great
you don't have to think
idea.
about it. I thought, this is great. Get a massive rock, stick it in my shoe. I'm in the costume. It's all big period dress. It takes about 5 people to dress me. I've got it on. I get there. Director goes, right, it's great. I go, I've got the limp sorted. Don't worry about that. She went, oh, he hasn't really got a limp. I was like, pardon? He's lying about the limp to get attention. He hasn't actually been to war.
Oh, God.
So the limp needs to be inconsistent. So now I've got an actual limp, and now I've got to act like I've got an inconsistent limp.
But you've gone method.
Oh,
you
I went full method.
De
I'm back
Niro.
again. Yeah.
De Niro on this. Mate,
So yeah, that was brutal. And then they didn't even show me limping. So it was pointless. But yeah, but the problem is I've got girls and they are very excited about me being in the Disney
absolutely.
film. Yeah, but not when you're playing the pervert. No one wants their dad to be the pervert from Disney.
How do you explain that at home? The
It's a tough one.
Well, I don't really. I sort of try and skirt over it. I don't keep repeating the word in front of the kids.
Hey, how'd you go with Strawny last night? Yeah, sorry, Peter Hellier.
Peter, what on the
Peter
project?
Hellier.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was great. That was an intense show, isn't it?
Well, he announced his... You're like the kiss of death. You went on that show and then he announced he's leaving.
You remind me of him.
Is he retired because of me?
Yes.
That's how bad your spot went.
What is he? Okay, but is there available space now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll go back in tomorrow.
But people may not even know the difference.
Has he retired?
Yeah,
Well, he just announced he was leaving.
resigned.
Oh, he's resigned.
He's resigned. He's been on that show for 10 years and he resigned last night because of you.
Well, the problem is, because that seems like it's not quite big news, but when you're from the UK, we have a Prime Minister resigning every half an hour. So it really takes away the impact.
Yes.
But I'm sorry that he's gone, but if there is a well-paid availability, I will go in.
How'd you take in the passing of your monarch? Are you all right?
Okay, that's quite heavy. We've gone into that. I wasn't
absolutely.
expecting that. Yeah, no, it was quite interesting because obviously it was sad and everyone loved her, but it was quite all the ways to mourn were written years ago. So like it came out of nowhere, and it's all a bit like it was quite archaic. It felt quite archaic and quite an old like. I was walking down the street and all the lights were turned off, and then all the advertising boards that would normally have like McDonald's and all that were just like a picture of her head, and anywhere that had a public space of a speaker played the national anthem. Really? It was and I had a gig. So I had a gig that night, and I was like, "This is insane." But it was a weird time, and then people were queuing up for days to go past the coffin. But it was a strange time because obviously everyone was a bit sad, but all the radio stations, you guys everyone had to play sad music, and you weren't allowed to be laughing and joking for 10 days. It was really weird.
Oh, we may not have followed the rules completely here, Rob.
Oh no, okay, different program. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Rob, you're goddamn magnetic, and this has been a lot of fun. Electric even.
I'll take both of those.
Rob is playing at Hamer Hall tonight.
Yes. Venue.
Hamer Hall tonight. Go see some comedy. This guy is amazing. Tickets are available at ticketek.com.
We'll give you some tips on tourism after the show.
Oh, defo. What I'd like to say is it is an amazing room, and it's quite a big room, isn't it? Ugly, almost a little bit too big for your first time. So if you could buy a ticket, that would really, really help.
So, Rob,
it's a good show as well. I will back myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of them.
Rob Beckett, Ticketek. See you, mate.
Thanks.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Yesterday, Swanee had a friend on the show who did a magnificent Morgan Freeman impersonation.
Yes.
Reading my book.
Yes.
Of course, if you haven't got it yet, Jonathan Brown's Life in Football, selling at all major retailers and
What number
bookstores.
print are we up to, brother? 7?
15th.
Whoa.
Been a bestseller many times over.
How many prints, really?
It's a second print.
Right, so one more than was required.
Well, the first print sold out, so they had to go again. And they went.
They didn't have to.
They targeted the housewife, so they went for a tamer version with me, just in a nice sweater.
Hey, eyeliner.
Why are you
The
doing
eyeliner. Look at the eyeliner.
Mate, I didn't have eyeliner.
You did.
I did. That was auto. What's it called? Auto tune.
CGI.
Photoshop.
Just for context, the first one had you with your muscles out in a Brisbane Lions jumper looking fearsome, a wonderful representation of what you did for 15 years. This one here looks like you're doing a photo shoot for Gazman or something. It makes no sense.
It does look like those retirement village lifestyle shots.
think it was-
You can live like this here.
Have a look at you.
I think it was a Casamento jumper.
Nothing against Gazman. I'm just saying
Gazman's good. Underrated.
that doesn't really represent you. I don't know what that is.
Anyway, we're
Maybe you wore a Just Jeans jumper and Sam said, "Are you poor?"
Wow, that's,
you did too. That was disgusting.
Private. That was a
that
private.
was a private conversation.
Mate, you've lost it. You've completely lost it.
You've lost touch completely,
No,
John.
I've lost touch. No, let's get back to what was happening yesterday. Morgan Freeman did it. I thought it was a pretty good effort, but we've got our own resident impersonator. It's not Dean Thomas, who does a terrible Donald Trump.
Kiss my butt.
Sounds like Burns from The Simpsons.
Smooch my butt.
No.
I've got three. I've got three characters today to read my book.
Wow.
The passages of my book.
But by the way, if you'd like a book, I walked into the office this morning and there's about 17 boxes in there. And I said, what's that? And Tom said, that's Brownie's book.
Yeah, when we get around to do Burning Pang, we'll light him up with the books. Anyway, I'm not even going to introduce this man because he's a master of many talents. I'm just going to let him start reading Jonathan Brown's Life of Football. Welcome to the studio, Sean Connery. Oh, sorry. Start again.
Jesus, mate.
Also, it's Mount. Mount
It's
should
me.
get the praise here. Tim Mountford.
Well, I was going to thank him there. Welcome to the studio, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you. Right. It's going very well. I noticed that the projector screen had a scene from a movie on it. I soon picked it, that it was a scene from the great Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Predator. We all took our seats. Then Lee pressed play. The camera was trained on the back of Arnie's head. It began speaking. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Oh,
yes, it's good.
God, that's good.
I'm officially distancing myself from this talk, though.
Who would have thought?
It's too close to who do you do?
Mount, that's good, man.
Exactly. What do we do?
Who would have
the
thought,
great
too,
segments.
he's talking about himself. Arnold
Correct.
Schwarzenegger. Of
Yeah,
course, that
yeah.
was when
Oh,
Lee Matthews showed us that famous film
Hey,
So meta.
in a team meeting before we knocked over Essendon and went on a 16-game streak
All
to
right.
win the 2001 premiership.
Easy.
you're suggesting that the words don't tell enough of the story, that you need to give it context as well. Is that's how good this book is?
You can read it in the book.
Take that up with the man that wrote it.
Oh, who else is here, I wonder?
Sean Connery.
Right. I thought the bloke was waiting for me to say what I wanted to bet on. Next race, Flemington. Number 3, $10 the win, I said. Is that Irish? The bloke replied. I turned to Sean and I said, is the horse Irish? I don't know, he said. Just put the bet on. But the bloke wants to know if it's Irish. Look it up.
That's not bad either. That's good.
Look how much, you know, the best part of this is how much Brownie's enjoying it. You know what I mean? Just
Sometimes you hear the giggle.
I know you hear the giggle, and because they're your words being read back to you by.
In that case, Sean Connery.
Now, can Sean say hello to Arnold real quick?
I can say, firstly, a great day, comrades. It reminds me of the heady days of Sputnik and Yuri Gagarin. Right.
That's so good. You're so good, Mountain.
What else? Of course, the famous trip to Thailand, where we went over there with a few mates and arrested on the flight and sent home.
Doing impressions. It's 7:57, 1991.
Good impressions.
That's right.
Better than not on this day. Let's
Got your
go.
calls after 8.
It's not better. It's not better than.
I
on
think it
this
is.
day.
I think I was straw poll. Let's go.
Much better. Okay, this is Ray Martin.
Ray Martin. Is that what you said?
That's right.
Are these the only three you do? Sean Connery, Ray Martin, and Arnold.
Also, Brownie was supposed to introduce that. It sounds sad when you say, this is Ray Martin.
Sorry.
Ironically,
welcome to the
Mr.
studio, Ray Martin.
Okay. The incident sparked a bit of blue in the centre of the ground.
That's terrible.
I had Josh Carr, be quiet Sam. I had Josh Carr and a few other guys having a crack at me. I was prepared to do anything to win the game. So I decided the time was right to throw a couple of punches and try to rattle a few cages.
That's not bad.
I put one right on Carr's chin. The Biffo was on track. We kicked 4 unanswered goals and went on in a half-time to win at a 1-point lead.
Look how happy Brownie is. Mate, that last 5 minutes, Mount could have just done to you in a room by yourself.
I've already got it.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. How do you do? We're all here. Chris Goulding's coming in soon. I love him.
Same. He sounds like Vin Diesel.
He does.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His voice is deep as hell.
I like him because he's wonderful company, but to hear you two just wax lyrical about the state of basketball, not only in this country but in the NBA as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the joys.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's the domestic game going?
Well, we're going to cover all of that off.
What about the NBA?
Whether he wants to talk about it or not.
What do you think about the Kyrie Irving situation, Swanee?
I mean, flabbergasted.
Whoa.
Absolutely
Ben Simmons is back too, Swanning.
I've got some hard questions to ask Chris, actually.
Have you? Am I writing them now?
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Maybe we haven't done this as often as we should have, but it's a recent discovery and development of us enjoying the first line of a song. Do you remember that, Swanee?
Yes.
We did this one. It was quite a joyful day because I thought it got off to a wonderful start when if you listen to a song and you enjoy the songs, then you know what, I need a hook. You know, I mean, I need to get me in early, especially with the lyrics, right?
I remember we did this and you were like, I'm in.
I'm in. So for instance, if Warren Zevon's Werewolves in London, right? If that starts, have a listen to this, you know, because songs are a story, Brownie. Have a listen to the first line and tell me if you're not in.
Menu in his hand.
Now, if you see a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, don't you want to know more?
Well, I'm in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in.
You don't get in your car.
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, you don't get in your car and drive away. You're watching that.
Does that imply that the werewolf doesn't have a bloodthirst, but instead just eats regular food like a normal person?
Well, it's like Chinese food. The best of cuisines.
You would think that, but a little old lady got mutilated late last night, so he's not just exclusively Peking duck.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? He's got a broad and he's got a broad palate. he likes range. The other one, this is a beautiful weddings party. We played these last time, but this is just to set the scene. But weddings parties, anything for a short time. Have a look. Brownie, I think of you.
Sometimes you can say more in a drunken hour or so than some people get across in a life of lying low.
What about that? Are you in?
Absolutely.
That applies to you.
Drunken hour or so.
Mate, although some of your drunken hours, I can't understand anything you're saying, by the way.
You'll see one of those Friday over.
Magnificent.
I'll be right there with you. So I've just done some new ones, Swanee. This one here from Fat Joseph, by the way. It's a very strong start.
You're talking Rotund Joseph.
I'm saying, listen, he grabs your attention early with the first line of his song, What's Love?
Put the mic on.
There you go. Like, it's stand to attention. Stand to attention because he's just told you what to do.
Yeah.
The Rubenesque one has just said, Portly Joseph has said.
What's his real name?
Well, it's Fat Joe, but you can't say that in modern day.
I hope you went to
What a song. I love that.
Hope you went to the stage on Saturday night with that opening line, Sam.
I might come out to that Saturday
night. It'd be magnificent, the Palais Saturday night.
Magnificent.
What about listen, this is a banger, but also it's a beautiful story. And when you hear the first line of this song, tell me you don't want to know more about the story in the song.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep.
Out. On a warm summer's evening on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep. Now, ... What else?
I'm in. I'm on that train.
It's interesting when it's interesting when you get too tired to sleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting
it's
little.
a thing.
You go, hold on.
It's fun.
It is fun.
You can do a lot of things.
Do a lot of damage. You can make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, you can.
What about this one, Dean? What have we got next?
Atlantic
Oh
City.
my God. What about when Bruce Springsteen tells a story? All his songs are stories, but mate, when this one kicks off, you want to know more.
Well, they blew up the chicken man in Philly last night. Now they blew up his house too.
Mate, they blew up the chicken man, and then they went and knocked over his house as well.
Yes. Was that in Philly?
Yeah, in
Blew up
Philly.
the chicken man in Philly?
I didn't know that Pluckerduck lived in Philly.
Yeah, that's where he was in witness protection, and they found him. I'm pretty sure I read this once about the chicken man. The chicken man was a famous, I don't know how to say underworld figure, but he had a nefarious past.
They blew him up,
and then by the way, he not enough just to blow him up.
The house,
yeah,
and the house.
Send a message to the family.
Message received.
The chicken man. I'm going to look him up. The chicken man.
What about this one,
Let's
Dino?
do a deep dive into the chicken man tomorrow.
All right,
please.
What have we got here?
Here we go. She's always a woman.
Oh, here we go. What about this one, Swanee?
I love this song.
What about this? As Billy Joel described this person, and tell me you're not intrigued to find out more about this woman.
She can kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes.
Oof.
And she can ruin your faith with her casual lies.
So she can kill with a smile and she can wound with her eyes, right? So she's got weapons.
Yeah.
And then she can ruin your faith with a casual lie. So she's a liar.
And she's like Cyclops of X-Men with laser eyes.
It is such a great song.
Beautiful song. He'll be playing that at the MCG in a couple of weeks.
She'll bring out the worst and the best you can be.
What else you got,
What's he
Dana?
talking about?
Mike is on.
Mike, and then he goes, Mike is on.
Yeah, well,
abandoned it.
people listen to when the Rubenesque one talks. The people listen. Do you know what I mean? Are we done? Is that it?
No.
Oh, what else we got?
More from William Joel.
Oh, listen, this is good.
Just
What?
quickly, on Billy
William.
Joel. On William Joel, has he ever revealed who he's speaking about in that first line of the song?
That's another Google when you're on to the Chicken Man.
Yeah.
I think
Which
it's
one?
Ding Dong.
What?
Ding Dong, you think?
What? She can kill with a smile. She can win with her eyes. Who is?
Who's he referring to? Has he ever revealed
Not
it?
Christy Brinkley.
Wouldn't be
No.
Christy.
That's Uptown Girl.
That's Uptown
of
Girl
course.
for sure.
It's probably Carrie-Anne Kenley.
No doubt.
All right, this one here. Once Billy, it's Billy again, William. But it's a bit Fat Joe in terms of it's a very direct and it's a simple message. But I want to know more once I hear this line.
Well, I'm on the Downeaster Alexa.
What does it mean?
He's on a ship.
He's on a ship.
He's on a boat. He's on a fishing boat, Swanee. Come on, you should know that.
I didn't intend for you to get so angry.
Swanee, add to the fact that
I've got to be passionate about that.
we often do weights to this, so just imagine us.
I know.
Well, I'm on the Downeaster Alexa.
I am wrecked.
I'm on it. Wow.
Mike on.
Good morning, Melbourne. Mike is on.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I want to talk about my themes because you know that 2023, my theme is it's the year of baking.
Right on.
Which I have revealed to you earlier. I've started on the weekend with some shortbread, and it was very good.
Getting in earlier, you're getting a head start on 2023.
Yeah. Do you know what? Honestly, I thought I'm going to start with that and see if I could be bothered, because baking is a very different discipline, and my brain isn't really designed for like recipes and directions. But I followed it, and I did it. So that theme is shaping up. My other theme is Wonder Woman. Hit it, Dino.
Wonder Woman.
Remember this show?
Yeah.
Keep it playing.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
All the world is waiting for you and the power you possess.
And the power you possess.
In your satin
So, yeah, in your satin tights. I'm not wearing them, and I'm not doing it for the red, white and blue.
Go right none of the moment, Swanee.
But
walking
I'm...
around the streets.
Oh, yeah, I suppose they are satiny, aren't they?
Swanee, was the lasso a bit of a shit weapon?
It was a bit shit, and she had I've always loved Wonder Woman, right? She's always spoken to me, and my first cousin in Queensland used to say that I looked like her when I was a little girl. So I've got this affinity with Wonder Woman, the great Linda Carter. And I've been singing that song to myself whenever I get a bit scared or like I can't do something.
That song?
Yeah.
Really?
This one.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. This bit, come on, it's scaring. Oh, don't worry, don't stop playing.
Not one of mine. Not one of mine.
What is it?
She's a flower.
Wonder Woman.
I actually can't hear you, by the way. Yeah, she's not one of mine. Not one of mine.
Gal Gadot is the latest one.
She's the new one.
I like Gal.
It's not the same. I know you like Gal. Gal Gadot. Say it out of the corner of your mouth.
You say it. You say it with a. There's no gap in between the two names.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot, like one word.
Oh, is it two names?
It is.
Gal Gadot.
You know the theory about the Wonder Woman outfit, don't you, Swanee?
No.
You heard this
What
one
is
about when it's fancy dress.
Yeah.
Which, of course, lends itself to being a little bit silly, and
Sexy.
well,
Just say it, Sam. It's sexy.
No, I'm saying some women who don't want to get involved, look ridiculous. They go for the Wonder Woman outfit because it does look sexy to some. Not me, obviously.
Sick boy.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry, say that theory again. They want to dress up as something, but they don't want
Well,
it
they
to
were getting
be.
invited to a fancy dress, but they don't really kind of commit to the whole, fancy dress and be a bit silly. No, they go as Wonder Woman, so they look hot.
Yeah, fair.
Ah.
Have you heard that theory?
No.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it to you.
I
It's not
haven't.
well known. and I may have just made it up. But I'm just saying that, no, I've heard that before.
Who's your favourite Wonder Woman?
What?
Who's your favourite Wonder Woman?
It's good. You've got to go Linda Carter. She was amazing.
The one I saw at Kittens last Friday night was a good one.
Anyway, I give that to you if you're wanting a theme for next year and it's not baking. Go Wonder Woman. All the world is waiting for you.
So there's two options. There's two options. There's all the world's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Get into it.
And the power you possess. Or bake.
Or baking.
They're the two I'm offering. And we've got a week. We've got a week to go, and I can come up with some more.
Or you could go as Fat Joe.
Put the bake on.
Yes.
Up to you, gang.
Up to you.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Chris Goulding, number 43 for Melbourne United. We're glad to have this great friend of the show one more time. And you can see Chris and Melbourne United face the Tasmania Jumpjackers on Saturday at John Cain Arena. Tickets available at melbourneunited.com.au. Whew, one breath. Okay, here's Goulding.
Hey, welcome, Chris.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
The last time were you going to be in this studio? We've so loved getting to know you over the journey.
It's sad. It is.
Swanee said you're a bit flat the other day when she saw you at the airport.
I saw you on the plane. We were both coming home from Sydney.
Yeah, it was right after the news broke that you guys were ending it. We're breaking up. It's like the Beatles.
I know, mate. Might have something to do with the fact that you got your ass kicked the night before by 25 points.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa. Was that right?
Was that day?
Well,
I thought
it happens so regular at the moment. You don't know which one we're talking about.
I thought we might have won that game, Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have had our ass kicked a few times.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Club.
Whoa, club. Hey, don't put it on them. It's a team. It's a players thing at the moment where we could go the AFL route. Oh, lots of injuries. We're just struggling to get a team. But
that's a very good Jonathan Brown impersonation, by the way. Very good.
Well, we've had a big turnover of people from last year to this year, and we're just finding ourselves as a team and trying to play the Melbourne United brand of basketball.
Stop reading what the publicist told you. That's a disgrace. Hey, look, what are your numbers at the moment? What are you averaging?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
don't pretend you don't know.
No, I don't know,
To the
Sam.
decimal point, you know. What are you averaging at the
I
moment?
don't know. I could not tell you. I promise you.
Well,
I don't know my stats.
there's problem number one.
Not selfish enough.
That's it.
Sam, you never look at the stats when you're struggling.
Yeah, make you feel worse.
All right.
Now, have you had any crisis meetings? Players only meetings, crisis meetings?
We were joking about that yesterday. Like a few of us were like, what about a big players only meeting? Leak it to the media, open and honest conversations.
360 feedback.
Yeah. But we do that. We have video review after games, and it's honest. So we had a big video review on Monday of the games just gone. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need a players only one at the moment.
It's like a crime scene watching your
Chris,
games. It's unbelievable.
Am I wrong? You look like musclier, bulkier.
It's an XL hoodie.
No, on the telly, in your singlet.
Yeah, I've put on a bit of weight, Dino, since last year.
Why?
Yeah, muscle.
Why? Why'd you do that?
The physicality of the game and the way I was being defended. I had an injury late in the year that I thought possibly could have been avoided. So put on a bit of muscle. I spent a lot of the off season just in the weight room throwing.
Interesting.
Throwing iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still tiny.
Now it's time for How Much Do You Bench Press with Jonathan Brown.
Oh, baby.
You've led yourself into this, Chris Goulding. There's a lot of big names have answered this question on the show.
Dumbbell bench?
I'll accept total, yes. Dumbbell or barbell. Chris Goulding, how much do you bench?
Dumbbell bench?
Yes.
42 kilos.
Wow, that's big.
What?
Each arm.
I was hoping each arm. I was hoping
42s.
I was hoping you'd do more than 20 in each arm.
You had to clarify each arm.
Hey, 42 is a big lift. Dumbbell's a lot harder than barbell.
Well, there you go.
Last time you came in, Ben Simmons was in the middle of his dummy spit over there where he was just refusing to play. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He's back playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Your thoughts, please.
It's a big day today, isn't it?
Huge.
Well, we don't have to tell you, Chrissy, why it's such a big day, do we?
It is a big
Why is it a
day.
big day,
It's
Swanee?
going to face the Philadelphia 76ers.
And who are they?
Well
Who are
read.
they?
The reigning champs.
No, the old team, Christine.
Ah, yes.
As you know, Brooklyn are in Philly tonight in the US, and infamously horrible crowd.
Yeah, they're
can
tough.
boo your own team,
Tough town.
get into the opposition, but if you're doing well, fantastic crowd. Yeah. So I think Ben knows what he's up for tonight.
I think the Philadelphia crowd thinks Rocky's a real character. When I went to the Philadelphia, watched the football there one night, and all the fans telling me, that's where Rocky beat Apollo over there, the stadium across the road.
Yeah.
I just want to feel, they're big. You are big in them.
Sam is fondling Chris's
objectifying. Sorry about that.
Set up.
All right.
Can I ask you about Isaac Humphries?
Yes, you can.
Big,
Absolutely.
last week, a huge announcement when he came out and revealed that he's gay, which was celebrated by most parts of the community. It's obviously unique because not many sports people come out and reveal that. How's it been internally?
Internally, it's been fantastic. I think the best thing for us is just seeing the weight taken off his shoulders and seeing him being able to be his true self, as he says. So a massive week for the club and for Isaac last week. It would have been great if we could have got a couple wins.
Well, that was never going to happen, was it? You know,
Tangy's brutal with you.
Listen, if we won one of those games on the weekend, we were in the top 4. So just call your Jets.
Choke on that.
All right. Take that, Pangy. We're getting back. But
touch aggressive, by the way. I don't want to lose the message. No, this is a beautiful story.
Yeah, and Isaac, obviously, he'd been, battling for quite a long time with how he was going to do that. And for us as Melbourne United, for him to feel comfortable to come out with us as a group, as a club, as a family, speaks a lot about us, speaks a lot about him, and we couldn't be happier for him.
Mate, it's been a joy getting you coming in this show, but the highlight, obviously, every time is just you and Chrissy head to head. We just get out of the way. And so let's just do that for the last time. Swanee, you ready over there?
Yeah, I really am.
It's traditionally NBA, just because that is, I've always said this, the amount of interest in basketball in this country is enormous. And the access has never been more. So, Swanee, you're on.
Oh, I've just been dying for you to come in because I want to ask you what you make of the Brooklyn Nets situation between Kyrie Irving's suspension for being an idiot and Kevin Durant looking unhappy. The situation seems utterly untenable, but that's just my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, from the outside, it does look a little bit like that. And then Kyrie comes back for his first game. They get a good win and everyone plays fantastic. So what's up with that?
What is up with it?
Well done, Zito.
Let's
No way that those two finish on that roster by the end of the year. They're going.
You would think that Brooklyn is probably trying to move Kyrie, but
no takers?
That's tough at the moment.
That's what Swanee told me earlier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who would want him?
What else you got?
Let's go to Los Angeles Lakers. Russell Westbrook. Oh, my God. What?
Oh, my God, what?
Oh, my God, what? Swanee, what's the name?
I hope we're getting filmed. This is getting filmed.
What team is he on come February?
The Lakers. Once again, big contract, so potential a bit better trade bait, as they say. But he's moved to a 6-man role, hasn't he, Swanee?
Yes.
He's providing great spark off the bench.
Yes.
The problem is the Lakers are horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the problem is the game's passed him by.
Oh.
Whoa!
God.
Jesus!
That's big.
That's
big, Dano.
But his averages at the moment.
Yes.
Who cares about averages, mate?
You know.
You don't. There you go.
Swanee, does LeBron still play for the Lakers?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course it is, mate. Come on.
I actually didn't.
Chris.
Big names.
You got
Big
one more?
names.
You
I've
got
got
one
more. What is going on with the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors? Off to a slow start. Are you concerned?
There is a little bit of concern, yes, much to what we spoke about earlier. They had a big turnover of their role players and some really key pieces to win that championship. Otto Porter, Gary Payton Jr. So when you have big pieces that move on, it takes a while to get that harmony within the group again and
Harmony
start
is a
pushing
good
forward.
point because I feel like, Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole, his teammate, did nothing for the harmony and the forward momentum.
Yeah, you could
for
say
that team.
that may have halted some momentum.
Do you know that, Brownie? Do you know that? That's what happened in a preseason game.
Infighting is the worst.
That's just a regular Tuesday in an AFL. Satantaro helping.
Oh, mate, one of the greats. One of the greats.
Chris Goulding, would it help next time you play,
Look at his face when he heard this music.
would it help if you look down on the courtside seats and you see my face?
You and Vanessa Sunset.
Sunset.
Yes.
In Celebrity
I
Row?
need that.
Sunshine.
Sunset.
Do they still have Celeb Road?
Do they?
Get her on.
They do.
Mate,
They
I'm going to
do.
get along to Celeb Road.
Come on back,
Mate,
guys.
you're
You got the
doing
time
well to
now.
get us. Dino would have to get you a seat. You'll be Dino's +1 on Celebrity Row, mate.
Would it help to see my face to lift you?
I need you back.
Vanessa
I
Sunset.
need you back.
is the best thing
Sunset.
Just go see the
Mate.
United play. It's such a good atmosphere. We love you, man. Thanks for all the
mate.
years.
Thanks,
you've
Chris.
come
Thanks,
on.
guys. Congrats on a great run.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.